And welcome back to the Crafty Dancer. Today I got kind of something special for you. It's past Thanksgiving and Halloween and Thanksgiving. Now we're coming up on Christmas. And of course, those of you may have seen my snowflake experiments, seeing that I've gotten some new molds for Christmas. So we're going to do the Christmas tree mold. And it comes with the tree and a little cutout there, and then on top of that it has a little base, which turns out to be this little gem. So I've already put one together, and that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to show you how I did it. So let me get the camera turned down and we'll get started. Be right back. Okay, hope everybody can see this, but we've got several options to go by. When I'm doing this, I went ahead and set the tree down here so you can kind of see it, and I've got my mold. Now, this one here, we did the Santa Claus in the center there with a ho 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 on it, but we also have the option of doing a little truck with a tree in the back. That's very traditional. We can do a large glitter poinsettia, and I've got a bunch of little bowls, and as well as some little ornament stickers that I can put on there as well. But before we can do that and decide what we're going to do there, the first thing we got to do is get our resin, and I'm going to pour a thin layer of clear. So let me grab my resin. I already had it in the debubbler. I've got a few bubbles in it still, so I'm just going to take those out. There we go. So, like I said, the very first thing I do is I want to put the color of my tree and my Santa more toward the middle. And so what I'm going to do first is pour a layer of clear into my mold. So I've got my little stick. Also need it's always good to have paper towels or wet wipes. I ran out of wet wipes, so I'm just using my paper towels right now. So, before I pour, I want to spray a little alcohol. That will help control the bubbles. And I just pour it right on in. No need to go crazy on this. We just need a thin layer. And I'm going to go ahead and throw some on my base. And there we have it. So now all I can do is wait. I got a little bit of a hair in there somehow. We'll take that out. I want it to be completely clear with nothing floating in it except what I want to put in there. Check this one. I got a little something right there. And everything looks okay. There we have it. And I'll bring you back for the next part after this starts to curing. Now it is on my curing mat, so I'm going to go ahead and kick it on, and I'll cover it and give it time to do some curing for me. In the meantime, I guess I do have enough to go ahead and start another little thing. I'll make this a 2-in-1 video, so we're just going to move this up a little bit because I also came up with a really cool idea. To combine these little round Christmas ball ornaments and the snowflakes. Now obviously these are too big to put in there, so I'm going to show you a neat little trick that I've figured out, and that is we're going to get a little bit of glitter to start with. Because I do have some extra resin. So I'm going to break out my cups here. So for the ball, what I want to do, or the ornament, is I want to pour it. I got to get got a little color spots in there, and it looks like a little bit of dust. Make sure your molds are nice and clean. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit into here. Okay, for some reason it stopped, so I just restarted. So I'm going to move these up. So that I can get these two in the picture. And now do a whole snowflake on this one. Not the whole thing, just the lower level. And you'll see why later. I'm going to take and drop a little more into this. And pour the rest one into here. Looks like I might need a little more. I think I got just a tad left. And a little more silver in there. There we go. I'll set that one to the side. And then this one gets the remainder of the blue, whatever is left. Actually, you know what? We might do this. Try something a little different here. And now we can pour the rest of the blue. Now I have no idea how this is going to come out. I'm going to be as surprised as you. And there we have it. Clean up my little drops. I'm going to give myself a little spray on these. That's my alcohol spray. It looks like my clear is doing just fine, no bubbles. And we will come back later once this starts getting cured up enough, and we can continue on. See you in a few. All right, welcome back again. Now, the tree has solidified with the clear as well as the base. So now what I got to do is decide which way I'm going. So I was thinking if I went with the Santa Claus, I could stay clear, put some little bitty tiny snowflakes in there, and go with that. If I go with the car, what I was thinking, or the truck I mean, is I could go put some white glitter in there, but I'm out of white glitter, so I don't think I'll go that route. But I think what I'm going to do is go with Santa Claus, and I'm going to do some of my blue glitter in there. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up a little bit of blue glitter. So I'll dump some in here, just enough to give me a good coverage. I already have my Let's Resin. It's the 1-to-1 mix. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some into there. And again, I don't need a whole lot, so I'm not mixing up a big batch. So now I'm just going to go ahead and stir in the glitter. So my goal is to make this real Christmassy with the Christmas colors. So the tree I'm actually going to do this time in several different colors of glitter. So we're going to start by just putting some blue in the bulb. And again, I don't want to fill it all the way up. I just want to put enough in there and let it spread out a nice thin layer. So that is the ball part. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get me a couple more cups because I'm going to do blue, red, green, and gold in the tree. So let's do a little bit of red in this cup. A little green in this one. Oh, I got to do that one a little differently. And let's do some gold. So this is basically a glitter tree. And again, I've not done this before, so I'm just trying it out, and I want to see what it comes out like. So we'll throw a little resin in there. And I mixed up about 5 ounces, so I would have plenty of resin to do what I want to do. So I'm mixing up my resin here and the glitter. And I'm not concerned if they get mixed in with each other. I'm going to use my same stick because, after all, it's going to get mixed up in the tree. Okay, so I'm just going to start by, well, let me see how much blue I have in there. Yeah, I got enough blue to do that as well. Okay, so we'll start with the green. And we'll throw some red on top of the green. And we'll put some gold in. And even take the gold up into the star mostly. Uh-oh, got some gold in there. I will take a little bit of blue and we'll mix that in with it. Now we'll take our little silicone stick. I want to get that gold out. Put it over here. I can just go and mix that around a little bit. Now let's push these up. Make sure we get coverage all the way around. It's all into points. Now we'll just kind of make a little swirly pattern throughout. And we'll see how that one comes out. Now let's see about getting the rest of this gold out here. And now, of course, since we did the tree in glitter, let's do the same thing to our little base. a feeling I may need a little bit more, but that's okay because I have plenty more. Let's throw a little more red glitter in this. We'll do our gold. I think I need a little more resin. Now the idea is to just give it a nice little layer. I don't need to fill it all the way up because I want to do the top layer in clear. And now we have green. There we go. Okay, and once again, we'll give us a little bit of a swirling action going here. Now let's clean up this top part here, pushing it down into there. Oops. Now the rest of this will clean up when I demold. Give it a little spritz. And we are moving right along. Now what we can do with this blue, I just noticed, I'm going to bring you back over here a little bit, is I want to put some little taps of gold in it. Because I am going to put the Santa Claus in there. And we'll just kind of swirl that around. And we'll see what happens with it, but I think it'll look all right. Okay. Now, you're probably wondering about the snowflakes. I will come back to those when I do my next pour to kind of start topping this thing off a little bit. but I will do this. We're going to do the Santa Claus. So I can actually already go ahead and stick in the Santa. So we're just going to drop him in here. Now I want to keep him in a position where I can put a little hole above him. So I'm going to slide him down. Make sure I have him in a good position. And now I'll just give him a little tap to set him. He's raised up so I can actually put him in there with the wet glitter resin. Let's kind of spread this around a little more up. And everything is looking good. Now the one thing you got to watch out for is you see how the glitter is drawing in. So you want to come back and give it a little swirls, kind of push that glitter back out, because resin likes to pull toward the middle. And up here I'm going to push it back up. So, and what I like to do is, because it's a tree, as I push it back out toward the ends of the branch, so it makes it look more tree-ish. And the thing is you got to kind of babysit this a little bit, because you can't just set it and walk away, because the resin will continue to pull into the middle until it starts setting up. So you want to come back and every so often just do what I'm doing. Give it a little mix. And let it go at that. So that's where we're at with that. So we will come back. Okay, so we waited for this to cure, and off camera I went ahead and poured a few more bulbs, or round ornaments. So, and I've mixed up another 5 ounces of resin, and this is just clear. So for this part, all I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the clear. So to do that, I'm going to start by pouring into my cup, because my cup is a little easier to do pours with rather than this bigger cup. So we'll start with this, and we'll go ahead and pour the round ornament. Now Santa's going to have a few bubbles because of his little furry thing, but hopefully those will release. And we'll pour up here. So now all I'm doing is I'm pouring the clear. And I'm not going to fill it all the way, because I do want to, well, no, actually, you know what? I think this one here I will just let be what it is. A glitter tree. And we're going to go ahead and dome that. And I'm pretty well bubble free. And it looks like my 5 ounces wasn't going to be enough. will be enough for the tree and the ornament, and possibly to go ahead and do a couple of these so I can show you what those look like. But first I'm going to go ahead and finish pouring the tree. I want to get it domed. I think I need my other light. Real close. There we go. And we'll use our little poker to get the bubbles out of Santa. And see, we got some bubbles underneath him, so I'm just going to keep kind of tapping him to release those bubbles. There we go. Now we'll just give it a quick little squirt. And it looks like I might need to dome a little bit more, so we're going to go ahead and use the big cup. Whoops. But let's wait until our alcohol dissipates. So, we're going to set that aside for a few minutes, and I'll finish pouring that one. But let's get on with these here. Now, my little snowflake ornaments, I have not demolded them yet, so I'm going to go ahead and demold them. So I just pop them out, and now we can decide where they're going to go. So the silver I think I'll put on like the blue. And then I've got this one I can put onto a silver. We got a silver I can put on the red. And then the one I kind of poured silver and blue into, we'll get it out. It kind of came out kind of cool. So we'll put that one on the gold. Now, also, I've had a few others made. Now you see these little snowflakes here in the middle? You can actually make little snowflakes out of them. And so you can drop one of them in there as well on the back of that. And then I've got this one here that I tried a little different color with. And I made that one a while back, and I'll just place that one in there. So now all you do is you pour, once again, we'll get our little cup. And now I might have to make a little bit more resin, mix it up, just so that I can go ahead and, now what I like to do is I like to pour it right on there. But I almost forgot. Kind of got to lift it up and let the resin get underneath it. And then you want to get it nice and even throughout. Give it a little push. And now we'll go ahead and throw some more resin in there. All the way around it. Let it dome up a little. And same thing with the little snowflake. We'll pick it up first, throw some resin on there, drop it on, and now pour the rest on top of it and let it go all the way around. Just enough to dome it. And there we have it. That's how we do it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have to mix a little bit more resin to do the base of for my tree, and enough to pour these other little stars into place. So now I'm not going to make you sit and watch me do all of that, but I will come back for the demolding after I get all this done. Okay, let's see how they came out. We'll go ahead and do the base first of the Christmas tree. And see, I like having that split up a little bit. There's still a little bit of a lip there, so I can do a top coat. I can put a little thing on there, a little sticker of some kind, like Happy Holidays or something. I'll take the Santa out. He pops right out. And there we go. I think that looks pretty good. I know it's kind of hard to see with all my lights, but there we go. Yeah. Came out nice and clean, bubble free. Well, there's a little bubble there, but not too bad. And then the tree itself. Pop this out. And it does come out pretty easy. There we go. Now just got a little bit of a cleanup on it, but not too much. There we go. We can set that on there. Hey, I think that looks pretty doggone good. Using just the various glitters. And you put Santa on there. We got some ribbon to hang the Santa from it. And I'll take some pictures and post the pictures of it. So we'll set that up right there. Now for our little ornaments. We'll do the blue one first. I put the little white snowflake in it. Yeah. Came out pretty nice. Whoops, I keep going the wrong way. There we go. I think these will go over really nice. I'll do the silver and blue. Now these have got some little merry and bright on the back, embossed on it. And there's the blue. I think it kind of gives a little something to the ornament. Makes it look a little cooler. Now the silver with the blue snowflake. There we go, nice and clean. Oh no, I like that one. That one came out really cool looking. Very different. Yeah, it might need to clean up the edges just a tad bit. we go. That's that one that had the little bit of pink, white on the green. And then the silver star. With the red ornament. That really stands out. Whoop, there we go. Okay. So, there's 6 more ornaments and a lovely Christmas tree. I'll lay it down so you can see them. Move these over a tad bit. Get them all in the frame. And there's our video for today. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, give us a like. We'd love to hear what you think, so please feel free to comment. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. It always helps me out. And that's what I'm trying to do. Is I'm just starting out, so I'm just building my channel. And I promise you the videos will get better. Besides resin art, I also do a few other things. So look for that to come this spring. So, well, until then, keep crafting and keep on dancing.